Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Lili nishmas mimorosi ruspas Mordechai. You see it now on the screen? Sholi Wasserthiel at the food fest. Rabbi Isai, Isaiah Schofield. Below you will find a picture of the first. I don't know what this is. Bala Sinwood, Philadelphia. Maza. Anybody know what Bala? Kinwood. Wow, what an Amoritz I am. Bala Kinwood, never heard of it. Philadelphia, MDYCM. Sorry. We're honored to have the Masechta sponsor, Jeff Rosner. Complete the Siyum. I guess that's Jeff Rosner. Well, he looks very young there. It can't be Jeff Rosner, is it? It should be a zchus for his son, Yosef, Simcha, Chaim, Ben Sarah, Chana, may have a Refuah Shlaima. We have people in Philadelphia. Reb Eli, Philadelphia. Does anybody want to see what my house looks like in Chicago? I wasn't sure. He's in his pajamas, literally. So, just to give you Agdama, we used to have a nice house, but we downgraded to this. This is more of a storage place for my wife. We have a lot of stuff that we left in Chicago because we didn't really make Aliyah ever. We never took our stuff here. So we have a lot of boxes, a lot of stuff. My wife said she needs a house. She can't have it in storage. Okay, so we bought this house. And Noam Fix, who sits right over here, is in the house right now as we speak. And he in pajamas, and he took this. I'm only going to show half. Maybe if you guys really want, I'll show the other half tomorrow.
Okay, Reb Eli. Because you have a penchant of sharing some fantastical stories, I decided that it may be worth your while.
What does that mean?
Okay, Reb Eli.
Penchant?
Because you have a penchant
propensity
of sharing some fantastical stories, I decided that it may be worth your while. You'll decide if you want. We could show them that you're not exaggerating this one. This is what you left to come to Eretz Yisrael, and eventually, I came here about 3 a.m., but it was about too early to be able to video. So we've got the Tesla that you own waiting for you here.
Has the red brakes. Check it out.
Gotta get the Eretz Yisrael.
Never drove it, not even once.
Not sitting in your driveway. Just tell what it drives itself. Try to keep this video short. We've got a lot of ground to cover. So here we'll start.
I don't know. Okay, we go weiter. Everybody wants to see this? Anybody raise your hand? Anybody want to see? No? Nachman tells Ari doesn't want to see it. By the time it's over. No, absolutely not. Nachman, no, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. Not going to show it. I'll show the end tomorrow. What?
Some shack in Chicago.
It's a shack in Chicago.
Shack in Chicago.
There's some funny things here. Okay, you guys don't want to see, don't want to see. Hold on. I just got to go to one thing here. This is very, very important. Oh, here. This is very, very important. 1 second. Hold on. This, okay, pepper spray, fine. But this,
See that?
Okay, fine. Rabbi Sai, what is this? Oh, these are the guys from Philadelphia. Okay, I mixed it up. This is the scene from Philadelphia. 2 of them are wearing the hats. Yishkoyach. Reb Eli, it was great to have you in Manchester last week. Thanks so much for coming. My son Harrison, who you met is on a trip at the moment to the Arctic Circle and couldn't resist a good morning, Rabbi Isai. Kind regards, Lee Kaufman. Shh. Guys, here we go. This is the first time ever in history on the Arctic Circle.
Good morning, Rabbi Isai. But it's not quite morning because it's the polar night here in the most northern town in the world, Svalbard, which is in the Antarctic. It's in the Arctic Circle, freezing here. Just because you're out there in the middle of the world, far away, doesn't mean you don't daf. It's not about the daf, it's about the Yomi. Hey! A very frozen Yomi. So keep on daffing, guys. Keep on going.
The Koilel is sponsored. Lili nishmas Chaya. Yosef, do me a favor. We gotta say these little covered for the Masechta. Masechta sponsored. Ein zchus Torah Tomechia K'i'Yakov Ya'alak. The month Moishie ben Zechariah. Lili nishmas Moishie ben Zechariah. Yeah? I don't remember anymore. The sponsor of the month. Jeff Razen's zchus of my son Yosef Simcha Chaim ben Sarah Chana Refuah Shlaima. Amen. And by Dr. Avrum Epstein, remember my dear departed loved ones, included my recent yizkors. By Moishie Dachs, Lili Nishmas, my father, Harav Tzvi Hirsch, ben Moishie on his 8th yahrtzeit. And by Abba Rennert, in honor of Reb Eli Shlita, Yishkoich Abba, I love you, the Torah, keep them coming. Okay. Rabbi Sai, here we go. Holding my brand new Mishnah. And I actually have the sponsorship this time, believe it or not. Lili Nishmas, the official Mishnah. Lili Nishmas Sipar Fega, Bas, Reb Tuvia, zechrono levracha. Koinem Shani Yoshin. A person makes a neder that he's not going to sleep. So we're going to see in the Gemara, because Shena is intangible. Sleeping is not something you could touch or move, and therefore it's not something you can make a neder on. So there's a shaila by Reb Eli Stefansky. The guy paid somebody money to make sure that he doesn't fall asleep on Shavuos night. He really wanted to stay up Shavuos night. Shavuos night, the Mishnah Berurah says that if you stay up Shavuos night, you promise that year nothing is going to happen to you. He needed to stay up Shavuos night. He paid a guy money to be a shomer, and the guy fell asleep, the shomer, and therefore this younger man fell asleep. What's the halacha? Does he have to pay him? So Reb Eli Shlita said, no, he doesn't have to pay him because it's a package deal. You have to stay up. He doesn't pay him just the part that is up. Okay. Which the reason why I'm bringing it is because I want to talk about Shavuos a little bit in terms of the sugya. I don't want to talk about Shavuos, but the sugya will be understood a little bit better maybe if we talk about Shavuos, how it's important to stay up. Okay, fine. There's another Maisa similar to this, where just this Reb Eli Stefansky, and this is going on tangents because we're not even talking about Shavuos, and we're not talking about a guy paid someone to watch his horse at night. Stay up the whole night and watch his horse. Now, in the middle of the night, the guy got nervous that maybe the other guy is sleeping. So he got out of his bed and he went over to him and he said, are you sleeping? You're up? Yeah, I'm up. What are you thinking about? He said, I'm thinking about what happens when you eat a bagel, what happens to the hole in the middle? So, okay, Givaldik, he's up. 2 hours later, Nachamal. He says, what are you doing? He's like, I'm thinking. What are you thinking about? I'm thinking about if you knock a nail into a piece of wood, what happens to the wood where the nail was? Okay, Givaldik. And in the morning, when it comes to...
what about pictures, Gary? You want to check out... Can you see this picture? Why are you moving camera?
Are you asleep?
He's wearing headphones. You can't hear it.
What do you think?
Gary, you know that Gary, we hear it.
Guy, what are you thinking about?
Very good. Gary, I call him say there. First of all, turn off the speaker.
Morning,
Okay. Bekitzer, so it's a funny joke. Okay, weiter. Thank you. Next. You got the joke? I don't even know where it was. The guy was, so everybody please do me a favor now. When I say the punchline, laugh no matter what. Okay, everybody together. It's not yet. I'll tell you when I go like this. All right, let's go. Let's go weiter. Anyway, so the guy wanted to make sure that the guy taking care of the horse is up and thinking. So finally in the morning when the job is over, he says, and now what are you thinking about? He said, now I'm thinking, how's it possible? I was up the whole night and somebody stole the horse. You're supposed to laugh when I go like this. Okay. Unbelievable. Weiter, sagt die Gemara. Says the Mishnah. Shani medaber. He makes a neder, he's not going to speak. Shani mahalach, he's not going to walk. Hoy melisha. Koinem shani mishamshech. He makes a neder that he won't have relations with his wife. Hareze belo yachal dvaroi. All these things, if he's over on the neder, he's over on the pasuk Loyachal Dvaroi. You have to stick to your word. Says the Gemara. Itmar. Koinemeni b'sheina hayoim im ishan lemachar. So, Rabbi Isaac goes like this. This is the whole sugi. This is today. That's it. This chart basically, and the flip of this chart. Here's the flip. Here's the chart. There's two possibilities. So let's talk about Shavuos for a second. A guy wants to stay up the entire Shavuos night. So he makes a neder. Either he makes a neder that if he falls asleep Shavuos night, he's not going to sleep the following day. So the neder, what's also for him to do is the day after Shavuos. The t'nai is Shavuos. Again, he wants to stay up Shavuos. So the t'nai is, I have to stay up Shavuos night. I have to do X, Y, I have to do jumping jacks. I have to stay up Shavuos night. That's the t'nai. We call that the t'nai. The neder, there's a t'nai and a neder. If we understand those two concepts, the whole sugi is very simple. The t'nai is, I am going to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to take an action. I am going to stay up the entire night. The neder is that I cannot sleep. If I sleep a certain day, then I get malchus. So that neder could be the day before Shavuos, it could be the day after Shavuos. The stipulation, the condition is Shavuos. Okay? Shavuos is I'm going to stay up the whole night. Let's see it inside. It's very, very simple. Hold on a second. Don't get too confused yet. Itmar koinem eini b'sheino hayoim im ishan lemachar. That's the case here. The isser over here is to sleep today. I'm only usher to sleep today if I sleep tomorrow. If I sleep on Shavuos, then it's usher for me to sleep Erev Shavuos. Okay? I just put Shavuos in parentheses. It's not mentioned here anywhere. It's my mashal. If I sleep on Shavuos, then it would be usher for me to sleep the day before Shavuos. So, time out. No. Right now we're the day before. Today it's also for me to sleep if I sleep tomorrow. The t'nai is tomorrow. The neder is today. What's the neder? It's also for me to sleep. Now, could I take a nap today? Rabbi said, could I take a nap today? Today's Erev Shavuos. Can I take a nap today? I made a neder. If I don't sleep tomorrow on Shavuos night, it's okay for me to sleep right now. There's no issue for me at all. Right?
No.
Maybe I might fall asleep Shavuos night. And what happens if I fall asleep Shavuos night? Retroactively, I'm over a neder. So again, the neder is the day before. The t'nai is the day after. You know what? There's a man Omar called Rav Yehuda who says it's usher to sleep the day before. Because what if you fall asleep the following day? What if you sleep, you take a little snooze on Shavuos night, even though you really don't want to, you might fall asleep. What's going to happen? You're going to be over Issa D'Oraisa Bayachal retroactively. Okay. So that's case number one. Easy. That's the whole sugya. The whole sugya is this a problem? Is it usher to sleep the day before the t'nai? Could I sleep during my neder, even though it's before my t'nai? Sometimes the neder is after the t'nai. If I don't stay up the whole Shavuos, then I cannot sleep on Sunday after Shavuos. And if I sleep Sunday after Shavuos, immediately as I go to sleep, I'm over. Huh? It's not hard at all. It's hard to explain a little bit because it's neder t'nai and today, yesterday, it's the same case over. We're going to have this over and over, a bunch of rayas against Rav Yehuda. Rav Yehuda again says, today I'm allowed to go to sleep theoretically if I know for 1,000,000% sure I won't sleep tomorrow on Shavuos. But I don't know that. Says Rav Yehuda, if so, it's also for you to go to sleep today. What if you're going to fall asleep tomorrow? Now,
Retroactive love.
A retroactive lav. But it's not it's not 100% retroactive lav. If you don't fall asleep on Shavuos, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong. If there's a 10% chance you might fall asleep on Shavuos night. And even less than that because you're not a Russia. You don't want to be over a retroactive lav, so you're not going to fall asleep. It's not a regular Shavuos night. Yeah, I love it. Says the Gemara. No, we're not here. Omer Rav Yud Omer Rav. Al Yishan Hayoim Shema Yishan Lemachar. He's not permitted to sleep today because today is the neder part. And just in case he falls asleep on Shavuos on the next day, he's retroactively going to be over. Rav Nachman Omar Yishan Hayoim, no problem. It's not a problem. Interesting Tosfos. If you look at the last line on the Tosfos, Tosfos is the small little words all the way on the right side. And he says, he brings the Gemara in Gittin, the boy mavriz nafshei bisilua. Over there it says lashon bisilvasa. Silua is a thorn. All you need to do is like the Tzanzer Rebbe, you take a knife, you put it over here, and if you fall asleep, you get a little bit of a stab wound to your chin. Not very good. Or you take a thorn, you put it over here, or something, and you can make sure you don't fall asleep. In other words, a shomer, a thorn, whatever it is, there's ways out of it. Play loud music, I don't know what you want to do. Put your feet in cold water. There's ways to make sure you don't fall asleep. Umoid the Rav Yehuda. Now we're going to go to the flip case. Rav Yehuda agrees. Look at this, Rabbi Isai. In the flip case, that the Tnai Shavuos is first. The neder is, if I fall asleep on Shavuos, then I'm not allowed to sleep the next day. What's the difference between the two cases? I'll give you an example. If from official catering comes along, he's the guy that gives $1,000 to people to learn a Masechta or whatever. Comes along and he says, whoever learned the Daf yesterday, giving him $100. Or whoever learned the Masechta, I'll give $1,000. Yeah? So if you didn't learn the Masechta, you're not going to touch the money. Nobody's going to take the money. But what if he says, I'll give you $1,000 today, on condition that you learn the Masechta tomorrow, and etc. So people take the money. There will be some people that they forgot to do the Masechta, but they're not in the mood right now to give the money back, sort of. It's already in my bank, I already spent it. You know what I mean? It's a little different. That's what he's saying. It's a little different. When the Isser is right here in front of you, he didn't sleep on Shavuos, so Memela, he's Isser right now to go to sleep the day after Shavuos. That's a big no-no. Nobody's going to do that. So even Rav Yehuda agrees that's not a problem. Sleeping on Shavuos. Because you're not gonna mess up when you have the neder in front of you. But if you already did the neder, you already slept Erev Shavuos. But if you fall asleep on Shavuos, you're only retroactively, what's the word? Making the Isser come to life. That's already happened. You know what? I already took the nap yesterday. The neder already happened. The money's already in my pocket. Now, maybe I won't be so careful. Oh yeah, we're not going into details now. That's the halacha. The minig is just to stay up the whole night and drink soda. So not everybody. No. I'm gonna make up. I'm gonna learn all night, one night. No. It doesn't go like that. You're not gonna sleep on a certain date of the year. Don't go into details with Shavuos and not Shavuos. A regular night, okay? He said he's not gonna sleep. Tanan. Says the Gemara. It says in the Mishnah, Koinim Shani Yoshe. Now let's take apart our Mishnah. What is going on in our Mishnah? It says a person made a neder, he's not going to sleep. Shani Mahal, he's not going to walk. Shani Medaba, he's not going to talk. Hechidami, what's the case? Ilay Mekediktani Shani Yoshen. Now, is it literally, I'm not going to sleep? Now, one answer we're going to have soon is, yes, it's literally. Even though it's very weak, it's literal. But the Gemara doesn't like that. Why? We have a nidra. A person can't make a neder on something that's not tangible. Sleep is not tangible. Vasna, we learned it the other day. Chomer b'shvuos. What's the difference between a shvuah and a neder? Shashvuah cholis al davar sheyesh by mamish, v'al davar shein by mamish. A shvuah is on the gavra, on the person himself, so he could say, "I am not going to sleep. My body is not going to sleep." That's physical. Mashen kein nedarim. A neder is, not physical. It doesn't have to be physical. It's on the gavra. But a neder is only on a chayfetz, on a chefza, and b'shein davar shein by mamishu. Sleep is not tangible. Therefore, you cannot make a neder on sleep. So what's the case? We must say the Omar koinam eini b'sheina. He didn't say I'm not going to sleep. Sleep is not tangible. He said my eyes are not going to sleep. Eyes are tangible. He made an intangible tangible. Like you can't say. Forget. Okay, you get the idea.
She was throwing a rock. I'm going to throw a rock tomorrow.
That's a shvua. You say, I won't use my hand.
Right. Using a hand versus, well, that's why I want to use the hand, but I don't know what the equivalent of Ebay Mamish is. Okay. Fine. You get the idea. He turned the non-physical, the sleeping, into physical because he turned it into his eye. His eye won't benefit. His eye won't sleep. Says the Gemara, fine. Now we have another problem. What if he didn't say how many days he's not going to sleep? You can't just let him go. The Gemara holds it's impossible for a human being to sleep more, to be up more than 3 days. So if a person makes a neder that he's going a shvuah that he's not going to sleep for more than 3 days, it's shtusim. He was over immediately on the shvuah shav. He gets malchus today. Forget it. You don't even have to wait until he falls asleep because it's impossible. Now I looked it up. There's a guy who claims there's a teenager, Randy something, who in the 60s he won the world record. He was a teenager. He did a thing. He's up for 11 days straight, 264 hours straight. And they brought him to the hospital. He checked it. So according to the Gemara, we had this once. We had this whole. We're not going to get into it. The Gemara talks about it. The Gemara says that they were up by Simcha's Beis Sheva, so they would fall asleep if you just doze off. Even standing up, that's considered sleep in terms of the Gemara. And they would doze off while they were dancing. They would fall asleep like as they were dancing. Okay, that's mevatel the whole thing. To be up 100%. And just as a side note, the world records, the Guinness doesn't do it anymore because it's dangerous. People have beaten that record already, but they don't put it in there. Okay. So now you go into the whole nidan. Is it impossible, or maybe like you take drugs and the guy was in an accident once and he didn't sleep for I don't know how many years. Maybe it is possible. Just the Gemara saying normally, okay, whatever it is. Different nidan. Ella. So Mela, you have to say in our sugya. So if there's no shvuah, there's no neder. Shvuah and neder is different. On a neder, you're not going to get the malchus like you get with shvuah. But just, you see from shvuah, since it's impossible to make a shvuah, then I'm not going to sleep for more than 3 days. So it's impossible to make a neder, you're not going to sleep for more than 3 days. So we're just going to the technical. We have to say that in our sugi also, there's a limit to how much sleep. So Mela, says the Gemara, we're talking about this case over here. He says, the Tanai is the neder is on the second day. The Tanai is on the day before, like in this case. If I sleep today, I cannot sleep tomorrow. And if I sleep tomorrow, I get malchus. Right, but that's exactly what the Gemara is saying. The Gemara is saying that the wording of the Mishnah, in this teretz at least, the wording of the Mishnah doesn't make any sense. It can't be that a guy made a neder on Shena. It's not tangible. So if it's not tangible, and what's the chiddush of it? So Mela, the Gemara takes from these words, koinam shani yashin, a whole case of this case right over here. There's today and there's tomorrow, and he made it tonight. That's the only way to get out of it, says the Gemara. Ravina doesn't like it either. Ravina has his own pshat. Says the Gemara, oh, but that can't be. You just told me that even Rav Yehuda admits in this case that nobody's going to sleep on the second day because the Isser is right in front of you. It's not a retroactive Isser, it's the Isser today. Ella, now we're going weiter even from David. So it's this case. This is the case that Rav Yehuda doesn't like. And Rav Yehuda says that this case is a problem to go to sleep the day before the Tanai. Because perhaps he might fall asleep on the next day, on Shavuos, let's say. And Memela, retroactively, he would be over on the Neder. As the Gemara, if he doesn't sleep, so the Gemara just proves against Rav Yehuda. If he didn't go to sleep in the blue, he didn't go to sleep. Obviously, there's no isser. If he kept the Tanai, the Neder, the day before he didn't go to sleep at all, is there a problem? If he didn't go to sleep today, he says, I am not going to sleep today. That if I sleep today, I'm over on Bayachel, he can't sleep the next day. But that day he didn't sleep at all. The first day he didn't sleep. Let's say he didn't sleep at all. So you can't give him he wasn't over on anything. He's only over on a neder if he sleeps on the first day. The Gemara is just going through the steps. If we're talking about a case where he didn't go to sleep on the first day, he broke the Tanai the next day, he did go to sleep the next day, he wasn't over on the Tanai. He wasn't over on the neder because he didn't go to sleep in the blue. So you have to say he did go to sleep in the blue part. Alma is denayim. Rev Yehuda is the one who says, do not go to sleep in the blue. Time out, I need that. Yeah? Rev Yehuda says you should not go to sleep during the nether time because you don't know what's going to happen the next day. You might fall asleep by mistake the next day. But the Gemara says he's over on Bayachel, meaning he did fall asleep on the first day. So you see, not like Rev Yehuda. You see, you could go to sleep the first day. How did you go to sleep the first day? Rev Yehuda says you're not allowed to go to sleep the first day. These are the questions over and over and over. Again, it says, Bayas, you're over Bayachel. It's in the Mishnah. Bayachel. The last words in the Bayachel. He's over. What happened? This is the case that happened. He made a neder and he made a tonight. The neder is that he won't sleep today if he sleeps tomorrow. Did he sleep today or didn't sleep today? Rav Yehuda says he's not allowed to sleep today because he might sleep tomorrow. But if he didn't sleep today, how's he over in Bayachel? It says in the Mishnah he's over in Bayachel. That means he did sleep today. That means we don't hold like Rav Yehuda. We hold that he could take a nice, good nap, and we're not worried that tomorrow he's going to go to sleep. Says Gemara, Kikitani dinayim. Okay, so this is the obvious answer. It doesn't say he could. It says if he did. If he fell asleep on the first day, then he's over. Yeah? The obvious classic answer of the Gemara. Rav Yehuda is just going to say, I hold the opposite of what you're saying. I hold it's also for him to sleep on the first day. Why? Because he might break his t'nai on the following day. Hold on. Let me just say. All he's saying is, I don't want you to come on to Bayachel. I didn't say you're over in Bayachel. I'm warning you, says Rav Yehuda, do not sleep today because you might come to Bayachel. That's it. That's all he's saying. Don't take it literally. He's over in Bayachel. He did not sleep today. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. If he goes to sleep today, he might come to be over Bayachel retroactively tomorrow. Ravina doesn't like all this. We're not talking about Ayoy, Machar, Neder, Tanai, nothing. As simple as can be in the Mishnah. A guy made a neder, he's not going to sleep today. Oh, we have a big problem. How could a guy make a neder, he's not going to sleep today? Sleep is not tangible. The answer is, it's not a real neder midaraisa. It's a neder midarabbanon. Rabbanon said, such a funny neder also works. I want you to keep your neder. Where do we have something similar? There's a lot of halachas that people keep. I didn't want to say, okay, we'll get there soon. I won't say it. It's literally pshulik mashma in the Mishnah. A guy midaraisa cannot make a neder on something that's not tangible on sleep, but midarabbanan it is. The pasuk bal yachal is a deraisa pasuk. It's not. Rabbanan didn't write the pasuk. How could Rabbanan say that pasuk goes on that? We do find the Vatanya and we see things that are mutter and others have an isser in it. One of the things I was thinking, which really gets people mad, especially my shver, is gibroks. So if you say somebody that doesn't eat gibroks, like my shver's family and all Chassidim and Hungarians and that, you say it's a davar mutter but nagu isser. I don't know if all Chassidim agree to that. Don't. So that's why I'm not going to say that example. There's better examples, like eating during the 3 weeks. Sfardim do eat just in the last days. The Shavuot Shechalba. Meat. Yeah, you're allowed to eat. Yeah, you're allowed to physically eat pizza. Yeah, meat. I'm talking about meat. So no, tches is a mitzvah deraisa. That's no isser that. Come up with a better one. Isser that people have a minhag to do, which is not a midaraisa asser. They took upon themselves a minhag. Now. I just thought about gebroks because are you allowed to eat gebroks in front of somebody that doesn't eat gebroks? So the Gemara says you're not allowed to. Kidneys, exactly, kidneys. I think everybody agrees. I'm makbid on kidneys. We agree that it's not asr. It's like it's one of these chumras or whatever. Okay, it's one of these minhagim. So You're not allowed to tell them it's mutter. You're not allowed to darshan to them it's mutter. You're not allowed to eat in front of them. Shenemar lo yachal dvaroi. His word, his dibur, his minog that he took upon himself. It doesn't say osir. It doesn't say osir. It's lo yachal. How come the Mishnah doesn't say koinim shani yoshen shani midaber shani osir? It's a good neder. It doesn't say that. It says vayachal dvaroi. You're over on the Rabbanon, says Ravina, of don't break your word. You have a minog, you took upon yourself kidneys, you took upon yourself whatever minog you have. Keep your word, keep your minog. There's a taisis we once had in Psachim that goes through different types of minogim. There's minogim that are shtus mamish, we got to get rid of them. There's minogim that have a makar, whatever, there's different things, everybody each in their own. Nah. Shat nehenesli ad pesach im telchi lebeis avich ad chag. Rabbi Isai, a very confusing word. It's exactly the same case that we discussed, pretty much the same case. Here's the case. There's a neder and there's a t'nai. The only difference in this case is the t'nai is a little bit longer. The t'nai takes up also the neder area, but that doesn't make a difference here, really. There's today, Hayom, there's Pesach, and after Pesach comes Sukkos. So he says to her, I'm making a condition with you. I hate your father. I don't get along with my father-in-law, your father. If you dare go to his house, then you cannot have any benefit from me from today till Pesach. Whole 2 months, you can't have zero benefit from me. Now, what's up? Same exact shaila. Here, Rabbi say, could she benefit from her husband today? Because she might slip up and sneak a visit to her father during that whole 8-month period. From today all the way to Sukkot. It's a little different than sleeping, because sleeping sometimes you can fall asleep by mistake. Here she's mamish in control. She'll forget, whatever it is, she'll go visit him. He lives down the block. Again, the nether is, you cannot benefit from me only up until Pesach. If you break the T'nai, which goes all the way to Sukkot. Is it complicated? It's pretty simple. Okay. So that's the question. Here, let's see the question. It's the same question, the same answer, same case, not to be worried here. If she went, here, I think I have this, hold on. No, maybe this is not so good. No, this is after Pesach. Okay, if she broke the T'nai before Pesach, Pesach. She's in that period of time of the neder which she's not allowed to benefit from her husband. And she already broke the T'nai, she broke the red, so she has to keep the blue. She can't have any benefit from her husband. Says the Gemara, if she went, then she's aser. So what do you see? You see, loy halcha, loy. In other words, what? Yeah. Only if she went afterwards to her father's house. Loy halcha, loy. She could benefit from her husband all the way through and not worry about going to her father's house. So it's a good. The problem is the diuk. The diuk. What do we do with this diuk? Halcha. It's a diuk. We're asking from a diuk. What if she didn't go? You're right. It's a good diuk, says Rababa. But I'm going to explain to you your diuk. If she went before Pesach, and then she benefits from her husband, she gets malchus. Asur ba'alma. If she didn't go, she's asur. She's asur to go. If she went, then she's nana, then she gets malchus. Your diuk, okay, she's asur for her to go. When?
If she didn't go, she still not have.
Right. That's Revuda. Revuda is saying that if she didn't go, during that blue period, she cannot have anor from her husband, says Revuda. Why? Because she might go. If she went, she's chayv malchus, but she's still not allowed to go. She has to make sure that during the blue period, from today till Pesach, she's not allowed to benefit from her husband, because just in case she might go to her father, and retroactively she'll be also ba'ana. Says the Gemara, Miike bal yacha, sorry, vid lo yisani lefnei Pesach. Ema seifa. Achar Pesach. Oh, here, that's this chart right over here. She went after Pesach. Okay? It was hard to find the tznius woman. Okay. She went after Pesach. But it's still within the Tanai period. In other words, she's not allowed to go. She's not allowed to go during that Tanai period. But the neder already happened already. Now the Gemara asks the same question as we had before. How in the world, according to Rav Yehuda, she's not allowed to benefit during the whole blue period? She has to stay away from her husband. She has to move to a different city, a different country. So how, according to Rav Yehuda, was she over retroactive on Bal Yachel if she had no benefit from her husband? Elif she did this honey. So you see from here, she did benefit from her husband, not like Rav Yehuda. The Rav Yehuda is the one that says you have to be very careful. The day before Shavuos, you don't go to sleep. From today until Pesach, you don't have any benefit from your husband. It's the same exact idea, sleeping. You see from here, you could have benefit. And we're not concerned that she's going to go to her father's house. And if she goes to her father's house, she's over on Bal Yachal because she did have Hana. So the Gemara, same answers we had before. Mamish Dinaim. Remember, we had those words. Dinaim. Kikotani. Di'isani. If she did benefit, then she will be over on Bal Yachal. Tanan. Oh, sponsors zchus to continue being able to support Torah and different Shas Reb Eli. Refuah Shlaima Baruch ben Sarah Ita Yudis Bas Mindel Laslachas ben Yomim ben Ita Yudis. Tanan Shat Nehenesli Adachag. Oh, now this is the reverse case. You see what's going on here? Same thing as we had before. Just let's go back to show you. Over here, the Tanai was the long one, the Neder was the short one, and now we're going the opposite. The Neder is the long one, the Tanai is the short one. It's similar to what we have with sleeping. The Tanai is you should not go to your father. I don't want you to go to your father's house before Pesach. I want you to sit here and clean the house. Okay, that's the Tanai. After Pesach, I don't care what you do. But if you go now during this from today to Pesach, these 2 months, then it's also from today all the way till Sukkot. If she did break it, she broke the Tanai during that period here, during the red, then she's not allowed to go all the way till Sukkot. Umuteres, this is funny. Not funny. Umuteres leilach achar Pesach. Check this out. What's the problem to go over here? Look, she's going to her father's house now. Is that a problem? No, it's after the Tanai. The Tanai was up to only the red. She went after the red. So why does it say over here, Mutar Leilach Achar Pesach? So the Ran explains, because I would think that she's going to get confused. She's going to forget when she went to her father's house. If she went to her father's house during the Tanai, you're missing a good Ran here. If she went to her father's house during the Tanai, and then she goes to her father's house after the Tanai, she's going to get confused. She's going to think that she only went after the Tanai. She's going to forget that she went before the Tanai and she has to be careful. Okay. So as the Gemara, again the same question. Holcha asura, loy holcha, loy. In other words, you see from here that she is allowed to benefit from her husband, not like Rabbi Yehuda. Omar Rava, who adin dafidu loy holcha asura. Like Rabbi Yehuda, she's always also to benefit from her husband. We have to be careful, take extra precautions. Same thing as we had before, Rabbi said, not to be worried. If she went and she was over, then she gets malchus. But stamazoi, she has to be careful not to go to her husband, not to benefit from her husband. Meisvei. Asur ba'alma. Says the Gemara, Meisvei. Kikazu alai hayoim. Same case that we had, Rabbi Isai, don't be worried here. There's a neder and a tanai. Instead of sleeping before Shavuos, after Shavuos, it's similar. There's a neder. I'm answering this loaf of bread on me. I just like this because it says good morning. It didn't say Rabbi Isai, it said good morning. I didn't put that in. If I go to this island tomorrow, The Tanai is, if I go tomorrow, the neder is, my isser is to eat the bread. It's awesome for me to eat the bread. So today again, I look at this piece of bread. Can I eat this piece of bread today? I promise you I won't go to the island tomorrow. I'm telling you, I'm not going to buy a ticket. Can I eat the bread today? It's the same shot that we had before. Can I sleep today? I promise you I won't sleep tomorrow. Rav Yehuda says, no, you can't sleep today because you might forget him. You might, over here also, the Chaim should say, you can't eat the piece of bread today because you might, by mistake, forget and buy a ticket and go to the island. If he eats, it's mashma that he's allowed to eat it. It says, if he eats it, so you're allowed to eat it. Not like Rav Yehuda. Rav Yehuda says, don't eat that piece of bread. Stay away from the piece of bread. Over here it says, if you went ahead and you ate it, then he's over. So the Gemara, same answer we had again, the third time. Mi katani oichel. It doesn't say he's allowed to eat. Ochal katani. He went ahead and he ate it without permission. So now it says halach. Halach means that it's also for him to go. Why is it also for him to go? Because he already ate. Why is it also for him? It doesn't say mahalach, that he's permitted to go. It says halach, after the fact. He shouldn't go. Halach, if he went, it's also for him to go, but he went. Why is it awesome? I'm asking you, why is it awesome? It's also because he ate that piece of bread. So Nachamol, same question. Why is it also to go? Because he ate it. Why is he allowed to eat it? Rav Yehuda says you're not allowed to eat it. Rav Yehuda, I didn't listen to Mahalach. You're right. Another one of these answers. It should have said the word Mahalach, which means it's mutter. I think Tani Reisha Ochal. Tani Seifa Halach. You can't put the word Oichel in the Reisha because according to review, that's also for him to eat. So it's just mimicking the lashon. Let's go weiter. A husband tells his wife, that's it. That's the end of that sugya. A person tells his wife, I'm not going to have relations with you. And if he has, he's over on Bal Yachal. Ask the Gemara of Amishtabel Amid. How can he make a neder? He makes a neder. Mashakos about Torah. More than that, it says in his ksuba also he has a shiba. He promised her in the ksuba. Says the Gemara, "Ba'omer hanas tashmishech alai." What he's saying is, he's not answering her on him. He's answering himself on her. He's answering his ana. He can have physical ana. And memela, then the whole thing is aser. But he's not saying that she's aser on him. If the woman says a neder that she's not going to have relations with him, they force her. Because they have a what's it called? She's meshubah to him, he's meshubah to her, she's meshubah to him. But if she says, Hanas tashmishch cholai, I am not going to take any benefit from the relations, also, then it's also. So, before you close the Gemara, a few quick things here. First of all, the Gemara says you cannot force a person to have hana against his will. He says, to me, this hana is also. He didn't say that this act to you is also. The hana for me is also. That's a problem. How do you get around that? So, first of all, the Ran says, I think everybody's going to have the answer. I just want to bring it out here. The Ran asks a kasha. Mitzvahs lav lahenos nitnu. What's the whole shayla in the Gemara? How could he have benefit? It's a mitzvah. He has puravu, he has the mitzvah of vayna, mitzvah lav lahenos nitnu. What's the obvious answer, Rabbi Isai? Mitzvahs lav lahenos nitnu. It's a yisoid. It's a simple yisoid. Mitzvah lav lahenos nitnu. You don't benefit from the mitzvah itself. You don't benefit from sukkah. You don't benefit from a lulav. But if the mitzvah is a physical mitzvah, like eating matzah, a great example is, a person says, I'm not going to use this river. So he's permitted to go into the river to use it as a mikvah. Because mitzvah is lav lahanos nitnu. He's not benefiting from the mikvah. That's a mitzvah. But if it's in the middle of the summer, he's not allowed to go into the mikvah because he's cooling himself off. So yes, you're right, this is a mitzvah, but he has a side benefit also. That side benefit, that's also for him to have an from. That's not included in the mitzvah neder. One more thing. Okay, the round just goes into that the whole relations is not mamashas. There's no, it's just like sleep. But he's saying that it's only a neder midarban. The whole round, the machlekes rishonim, Ran and Rambam, according to the round, this whole the Gemara is neder derabanan. Rabbi Isai, have a wonderful day.